spin to open. Here we go with the start of match 2. It starts with the dot. Balbirnie out there with Paul Sterling. This is the tactic we saw the Netherlands using yesterday, starting the series, of course, with that win over Scotland. This one actually gets through the field, takes a piece of it, so I don't think it'll go all the way, although it might. This field, that's quick.
Paul Sterling, in fact, quite recently, you're going to love this stat, Vinny, became Ireland's most capped cricketer.
Goes after this, deep mid wicket is vacant, and that's going to be another boundary to Balbirnie. He's bowled him, as we see Balbirnie trying to go across the line there, and Kingma is still on. 5th wicket of the series, clatters into the off stump, and Ireland lose their first 19 for 1.
This man is having the time of his life. It's Vivian Kingma.
This is glanced away, though. It'll beat the man in the circle, and that's going to be 4. So it kind of breaks the shackles a little bit as Tucker gets off the mark. The last ball of the 4th. Goes on the walk and clips away in front of square, and Max O'Dowd won't be able to chase that one down. So a boundary to finish the over. 2 of them in the 4th. And
there.
Oh, pop back a catch. And Dorham was never going to miss that. Maybe a slight change of pace, but horribly misjudged by Sterling, who goes 4 and out, and Ireland 32 for 2.
Definitely credit to Dorham. He's held it back a touch, but you can just see there, sticking in the wicket a fraction, maybe a hint to turn 2, and it's the simplest of catches. You're not going to be able to hit it over Daniel Dorham there, but since then, he's at 350s for the Leinster Lightning.
He's bowled him. He's played all around that one, and Tector's going to have to go for a duck, and Dorham's got 2 in the
over. And Harry Tector, as he watches this one back, he's not going to be overly pleased, is he? He'll think this was in the area for him to hit and execute. He's probably looked to go a little squarer than he would have liked if he'd held his shape and gone down.
Valuable experience out here, and I just think since this series has started, they've really used the pitch wisely.
Good use of the feet here from Tucker. Gets it very straight and straight enough. And Makerin comes into the attack. Cut away immediately by Tucker behind square. Really good shot. Right on top of the bounce. 4 more to Lorcan Tucker.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Rode the bounce nicely, didn't he? Van Makerin's first delivery, a little bit back of the length, a little bit of width on offer, but that's a gorgeous cricket stroke. Yeah, interesting. Looking forward to all of that. I mean, so many different permutations with 20 teams going this edition. That has absolutely been bombed for 6. What a lovely shot from Kampfer to the bleachers.
Well, it's actually, I think it's gone on the athletics track. This has gone miles. He's hitting with the wind, and that's the one thing we haven't mentioned yet. It's gone a long, long way. It's still running down. Nicely hooked away right off his nose by Lorcan Tucker. Well, he's picked up just where
he's going to get on with it for the whole 120 balls.
Uppercut and not where he intended. And Baz de Leede does what Baz de Leede does so brilliantly.
One of the better fielders here in the Netherlands squad. He tried to uppercut it over third. It's sort of inner half of the bat, and he made good ground, read it perfectly, and that's a really good pouch.
It's an exceptional catch.
Yeah, absolutely. They usually grab the headlines, those big upsets.
Oh, that's a gorgeous slog sweep. It's one of Tucker's very favourites. Again, tactical, strategic hitting with the wind that's piling across the ground. Picks it up, lifts it out towards the athletics track. 6 more.
As you mentioned, that breeze is going from left to right on your screen. Just had to get it up and under. Moves to 30 out of 25. Lovely shot, lovely extension of the hands. That's brilliant batting. 6 more to the total. Unfortunately, wasn't back on the shores for quite some time, as that is a lovely exquisite stroke, but might have found the fielder, and he's going to have to go. Tucker, well, he got a life probably in the previous over. It could have easily been LBW. Pringle slows this one up slightly. It was a nice-looking cricket stroke, but he finds Vikramjit Singh out at deep long off.
With a bit of a look now. No, he didn't get cramped for room. He just ended up going much straighter than he intended. He's given this one away. Good catch. Very well judged by Vikramjit Singh. He won the toss. He's gone straight up. Scott Edwards runs back. The short ball, a good option to Dockrell, and it pays dividends.
We've been talking about. He gets the line right here, cramps him for a little bit of room. Scott Edwards, the captain, runs back. Good catch over his left shoulder. He's not going to drop that. And right now, the Netherlands, the orange.
Slower ball, picked and clubbed down the ground. Just one bounce, straight as anything. And Mark
over economy at the moment.
And that's Gareth Delaney finally getting one. Many a mile. Oh, that's an almighty strike. It's somewhat with the wind, and it's over our shoulders. It's all the way for 6.
Well, Lanny, I've been waiting for this. It's our first splashdown. It's in the canal in the day. Here's Van Makeren coming back to bowl out.
Delaney goes downtown again. He's finding a bit of rhythm. May not quite get to the rope. It will. Took a long time to get there. I suppose with mid-on up in the circle, there's going to be a change now. Delaney just finding a little bit of a flourish.
I thought perhaps.
Really clever from Mark Adair. He's going to get 4. Just an uppercut. Didn't try to extend or overhit. He didn't need to because the pace is on the ball from Van Meek. Now Adair is set up outside off stump, and that's why he is going to smash that miles and miles.
Gone with the wind, because as soon as he hit it, that was flying miles out of the ground. Excellent strike.
And it's exactly where you want to hit. That wind is. This is really good batting. Adair and Delaney combining effectively for the 7th wicket. Ireland finishing with a real flourish. 150 very much on the cards now, and it's mainly thanks to these two. It's turning into more than that now. Look at this, brilliant batting. It's not just power he possesses, it's touch too. It's going to be consecutive boundaries again. King is going the distance in his 4th and final. He doesn't seem to have an answer.
Yeah, all happening in the 19th for Ireland. They're kicking in the tail, aren't they? And this is a bit of panache to go with the power. I won't be too happy about the way things worked out, especially because there was a missed opportunity in there. Here's the 20th.
Yeah, brilliant batting. I don't think this is a good call from Scott Edwards. This could be carnage.
With that breeze rather than fighting it. Pretty much knew what he was going to get from Pringle. Knows his field, saw that there was no real deep cover. There's kind of a deep...
As Adair tried to repeat the dose, he's trying to hit with the wind. That's why he's trying to reverse sweep. Big appeal this time. The finger goes on.
But I think Adair, given the game situation, will be pretty happy. You don't have the best angle there, but it's hard to see what it was missing. Hit him well back as well. But what a great innings.
I think many Irish fans did for almost all of that first innings. The Dutch dominated at least 75% of it. Last ball of the first innings. And Gareth Delaney may well have picked out the man at long off because of that wind. It's a big swing, isn't it? Difficult to hit uphill into it, and the risk, the gamble. 20th and final, it's not too costly in the end. 2 wickets fall in it, and Delaney perishes.
Yeah, so just kind of had to go for it, nothing to lose. His insurance policy, he certainly is a very good one that paid out there. 49 off 24 out late in the piece. 40 for Lorcan Tucker batting in number 3 position. No one else able to...
The batters, certainly disappointment will be 3 people getting in terms of Sterling and indeed Balbirnie alongside him and Camphor, and then getting out, getting to double figures and getting out. But the wickets start to the international game. What can he do against Mark Adair? Been in great form domestically. Corey Rutgers has been telling us all about that, and I think if anything, so nearly the first wicket, and a real moment of fortune for Michael Levitt. It's the inside edge that has saved him. Adair's skills with the new ball unparalleled, driven with real positivity, and finally O'Dowd gets something to get his account going. This one is now cut away, almost driven off the back foot on the...
It's a bit of a dream come true for us.
Picked up into the air and well over the head of Mark Adair at mid-on. Curtis Camphor dispatched with a little bit of disdain all the way for 6, and a shine of the ball. Oh, thank you, sir.
Check it out here on the replay. Yeah, I think it does just kind of try to get it to hold up in the pitch. But Maxi certainly dealt with it, and I like it.
Goes to the short ball now. There's a man out there. This should be a catching opportunity. It's the subfielder, I think. Ross Adair has come on just momentarily for Andy Balbirnie, and he's got a catch to his name. That's why Camphor's bowling, says Paul Sterling. Ireland, they have their first.
Be reading the pitch well, but he backs away slightly, pulls it anyway. There were 2 fielders waiting on that shot, and it's a simple catch taken in the end. And is that Ross Adair? I think Ross Adair. Take on the pull, should be gone, and it's taken. So, not able to replicate.
Over here from Handy, put on a good length line. Mid-off and mid-on were in the ring there. He tested him out with the short ball. Vikramjit Singh, he'll be very disappointed to get out in that manner. And it's a big wicket for the Irish. There's the fans, there's the locals, they love it.
Of course they do. First one, not a bad shot at all. It's going to test the fielder, and he's not going to pass the test. 4 runs and a perfect start for Delader.
Well, what a nice way to start Delader's series with the bat. Over-pitched outside off stump. He loves batting out here at VCC. It's his home club before he moved to Durham.
This time more of a full-blooded cut shot from Delader, and he's going to get his 2nd bounce. Starts his 3rd, and he's going to be lifted up, but this isn't going to carry. Fielders converging, and the catch taken. It's a really good piece of outfielding there. And Camphor breaks through.
Dowell wants to loft one over the leg side. Hits pretty high up on the bat. Doesn't really get it. It is a smart catch out there at deep mid-wicket. Two-man converging onto the ball.
Gives himself some room this time. Slices away over cover. There's the boundary. That breaks the Barron run. And this is going to be gone. A little feather on that one. Backed away. And the Prince is gone. Now shorter. He takes this on as well, but it should be gone. It is gone. Manura goes for a duck and Hand's got 3, 102 for 5.
Well, he wanted to take this opportunity. He's taking it with both hands, both feet, everything. 3 for 17 for Hand. Manura
Position there, so kind of went full once. And Tija couldn't get that one. He couldn't get this one either. Played off the back. This is hit straight to Sterling. Chance for a run out, and I think this is gone. He doesn't miss the mark. Advantage
of gravity, Sterling, but he's very swift in his foot movement. Picks up cleanly, throws down the stumps. Van Beek is quick, but he's not quick enough. And a great decision too. It's only out by probably what?
Well, he does try something extraordinary. It's going to cost him his wicket. He goes to the reverse, does Edwards. Adair gets it full, it gets straight. It gets past the bat of the Dutch skipper, who are on their last legs now, 109 for 7.
Well, for me, that's game, set, and very nearly the match now. His message across to his team. It's an ambitious stroke. We know that Edwards probably doesn't have the power to go down the ground, so he needs to innovate. But that's a very easy LBW decision. Frustration for Edwards. Mark Adair holds his nerve. That's going to go on and smash into.
Tough choice. Goes after this, and he's going to get it. Maximo! Well, Pringle hasn't given up yet.
With the prevailing wind. And most of the big overs have come from this end. He's almost airborne as he hits it, Finney. Look at that replay. It's
inside now. He hits this, and he hits it pretty powerfully straight down the ground. 1 bounce 4. So Pringle, at least giving it everything he's got to get the Dutch close to this target.
Yeah, really good efforts here from Pringle.
Full toss, drags a lot of bottom hand into the gap. That's going to be 4. So Pringle fighting hard. When the game's on the line. So he goes up and under, going, but going straight into the hands of Delaney. And he's a guy, I think with the game on the line, you'd be pretty happy as an Irish fan to see the ball sailing towards
the ends. That 6. He's hit that really well. It's very, very deep to go square, but you switch the ends. The power of that wind would have got it over the rope, would have given the maximum that the Dutch need.
Pringle needs to go big, and he will do just that. That is slammed, and it's going to be 6. Maximo! And this game is very much alive. What a strike!
To the wind and get it all the way for 6. What a strike from Tim Pringle. We said that Pringle had to match Mark Adair's efforts with the bat.
Got to go for 2 here. Second last ball. He hits it, but how well? He hits it very well. And that's 6 more. Maximo!
Ordinary scenes. Tim Pringle needed to be perfect in this final over. It's pretty much what he's been.
2 for a tie. 3 to win for the Netherlands. Last ball round the wicket. It's not going to be a win for the Netherlands. He's just going to eat it up. They'll take 1. And what a game. Is going to finish 150 to 149. Pringle takes them to water but can't get his team to drink in the end. Adair, potential player of the match performance, but an outstanding contest. A single run divides 2 teams heading across the pond very shortly for the World Cup. Take what you're saying with you on hand, but they were only in that position, I think, with 150 on the board because of Adair in the first place, and he held his nerve at the end. 33 for O'Dowd opening up, but the top scorer was, in fact, Tim Pringle at the end. 35 of only 13, even though it's only just.
Well, how do you explain it? Crazy. Just crazy, playing crazy between these two sides. Hands figures, they stand out in a big way. Look at that economy rate, just 4.5 from him. All the other bowlers took for Lorcan Tucker as well, who continued his good form. And Tim Pringle with 3 for 30.